And we are live. Alright, everyone. Welcome to another exciting episode of my MTA Subway Train series. Now, today I'm going to be ranking the subway routes. So, let's start off with Amazing. Okay. Then we got Good. Then we got Neutral. Then we got Bad. Then we got Terrible. And we got Terrible. So, any of these five categories is where the subway route, each subway route would be going to. Let's start off with the IRT. Now, the one train, amazing, okay? The one train is number one. It has excellent on-time performance. It's fast, it's very helpful, and very reliable. The R62As are often dirty and getting old, but the one train run those R62s very good. In fact, the one train's so golly that it doesn't even need CBTC yet. So one train, amazing. The two train. Now, this is a line that I personally use to get to school and just stuff. My main problem is it gets crowded and there's barely enough seating. And timing is all over the place, so I'm gonna go with neutral with the two train. Now, the free train, aka the Red Rocket. Amazing. Okay? The free train is fast. It's a good crowd control for the two train because you're always guaranteed to get a seat. And let's just say the R62's free train are perfect for it. They run them very, very reliable. It's amazing. Like, you can not talk about the R62s without bringing up the free train. My only suggestion for the one in free train right now is that they really need new tech trains. Maybe the one train gets all the 2, 3, 4, and 5 trains to get the R262s, while the 1 6 train gets to displace the R142s and R142As. The 4 train, good, because again, pretty reliable. The 5 train, another route that I ride, it's good, it has decent on time, and the Diamond 6 train goes onto the good tier, but the 6 train surprisingly goes onto the neutral tier. Jeez. Okay. MTA, I get it. Now, the 6 train's a local, and for a train route that doesn't interline with anything, but doesn't interline with literally anything, it has pretty crappy on time performance. I mean, come on, MTA. You need better service on the 6 train. But it isn't that bad, so the 6 train goes into the neutral tier. 7 train, Diamond 7 train, amazing. The CBT shit is successful, okay? The R188's very reliable, okay? The 7 train's called the International Express because it has many international nationalities commuters riding, okay? One of the most beloved subway routes of all, the MTA. Amazing. Okay? Now for the IND. The A train, bad. Okay, the A train on time performance is pretty crappy. Okay, I mean, it's slow and stuff. I mean, what's worse about this is that the MTA put a bunch of timers on the line. Like, what the heck, MTA? Why put timers on the express service? Okay, in fact, the A train, you don't even want to miss the train in A train during late night hours, because if you do, it's 20 minutes for another one. Oh, you think that's bad, huh? So just you should have looked, seen what was back then, like in the 2000s and maybe even 1990s or 1980s, because you would have to wait from 30 to up to 45 minutes. Okay, the A train, the top of it all, it does too much work, way too much, like it's over the top. Okay, the A train has 3 southern terminals, like Far Rockaway, Lefferts Boulevard, and Rockaway. And some of them during rush hour go to Rockaway Park. You want to know what they should do? They should only have the A train run from 207th Street and all A trains diverted to Far Rockaway, and maybe some to go to Rockaway Park during rush hours. Let the C train have Lefferts, okay? That way to free up the A train from doing all this extra unnecessary free crap, okay? Jesus Christ. Also get rid of the damn timers since they're completely unnecessary. Now, the C train. Okay. Before you come here and crucify me, let me explain. The C train on time and performance is kinda garbage, okay? I mean, look. It's slow and they're all off. It's 8 cars short. I mean, like what the heck? This isn't the C train's in like the BMT Eastern Division. Why the hell are you reducing limited capacity? Expand the C train to 10 cars like the A train. Seriously. This is unnecessary, bro. The E train. Good. Okay, now you're wondering why I did this. I mean, look, the E train is not what it seems. It's a very helpful and reliable line. I mean, look, it's pretty popular when the residents of Queens Boulevard. I mean it is. We should just ask them, man, why you think it's always crowded all the time, huh? Exactly. The E train is very reliable. It could use some improvements there, then and there, but it's good. The B train, I'm gonna say this neutral, okay? The B train has decent on-time performance, and the way it runs express from the Bryant line is beautiful, okay? My suggestion is that I really have is that the B train should be extended to Bedford Park Boulevard all day throughout its duration during the run. That way to encourage more people to ride on the Grand Concourse line with increased ridership. I mean, because let's be honest, the D train on time and performance is not that good. I mean, so MTA, the least you could do is extend the B train to Bedford Park Boulevard throughout all its run during week, or at least during middays. The D train, bad, okay? It's slow, okay? I mean, it's sluggish. The express service on Grand Concourse is okay, but the D train is slow. On the West End, too many damn stations. I mean, we gotta did some serious work for the D train. The F train, also neutral, okay? The F train is meh in my humble opinion because look, I could see that the F train's getting improvements there and there with the CBTC, but we gotta do some extra work for the F train. Make it pretty more reliable. The timing is not all that good, but it isn't that bad like the other routes. So I'm neutral over it. The G train, yeah, bad. Okay, you saw it's coming. Now I could explain. You see, the thing is, the G train got screwed over left and right, like the fact that I got cut back from Forest Hills to simply run towards Square, and the fact that it only runs like 5 cars is beyond frustrating. I mean, come on, guys. We need better service on the G. Luckily, the R160s are there, but you come to 5 car sets. Like, why? What's the point? I mean, my hope is that when the R211 orders come in, that they could come, maybe they could build a 4 car set for the L train, then send them there with the displaced R143s as well as the R160s going on to the G train, giving the G train 8 car train sets, and the R5 sets R160s will be combined into fully 10 car sets, and they would go to the B, D, N, and Q and W trains. Now then, let's move on. Not the Diamond F train. Terrible. Okay, why? Okay, the commuters on Culver were asking for express service with all day long. They were literally begging you, and this is all you got for them? Okay, this train is MIA. I literally saw this crap like only once in my life. Okay? The Diamond F train is in free. Okay? We need better improvements, okay? I'll explain that more in a later video. Okay? Now then. Likewise, the M train, the orange, it's a good line. It has a pretty good on-time performance. I mean, look, the M provides a 1 seat ride to Midtown because, look, that's what we need. We need an alternative to the crowded L trains, even though my UTAV near Williamsburg line provides even better service. I believe that the orange M train is doing its job just fine. But, could they be improvement? Why, yes, it can. Expand the M train to 10 cars and then be good. I mean, but it's not that bad as rail fans informers say. Like, I get it, like it's a circle, but I mean, look, nobody rides a train from one terminus to the other, so if you do that, then okay, it's your decision. But don't let the rider suffer because of your personal distaste for the M train. The M train is pretty popular. I believe it should become the main local while Queens Boulevard operating all the time except late night, with the R train becoming a supplementary weekday only local, and during weekends and evenings it should go to Astoria via the N train. But that's just me. The L train, amazing, okay? It runs the R43s good. It has CBTC, which is pretty reliable. And it has one of the best on-time performances alongside the 7 train. Okay? I'm gonna label the Rockaway Shuttle as the H train because that's the internal destination. The Rockaway Shuttle has bad time and it's short. I mean, like, what the heck? We need better service there, okay? The Rockaway Shuttle could be expanded via the Rockaway Beach branch. Maybe as its own line to Manhattan, run on the 34th Street corner. That seemed like a pretty popular destination. Rockaway Shuttle. But call it the fancy H train. J train neutral, okay? It has one of the most historical elevated lines, and it's a good service. But the problem is, the damn timing's bad. Jeez, for a route that doesn't airline with anything but the M train, it doesn't have that good timing. Like, what the heck, MTA? That's not acceptable, okay? Okay, now moving on to the infamous BMT. The BMT, okay? Now for the infamous never, rarely, whenever trial. Starting off with the M train. The M train is bad, okay? The timing is bad. I mean, luckily the W train's there to save it, because I can imagine what the M train like. The White Sea Beach, oh man. The Q train surprisingly is pretty decent, okay? It's arguably the most reliable service on all of Broadway. I mean, I don't like it. It's pretty fast. It could be better, but at the same time, it's all we got, and it's pretty good service. So the Q train goes onto the good tier. And to a surprise to absolutely no one, the R train goes onto the terrible tier. Because the R train timing is awful. Okay? You in Brooklyn, many of you people wanted to rip the R train just passed. When in reality, the damn train never even showed up to begin with. Okay? We need better service on the R train. Okay? The R160s are there. Thank you, but nothing still is nothing is improving. CBTC, you need to do better for the R train. Okay? Seriously. This is not acceptable. This can't be continue to go on. Okay? The W train, bad, okay? The W train's a weekday only route. It's a supplementary line for the N and R train, but it needs to be improved. Some ways it could improve is by extending it to Bay Parkway via the R and D lines. This will finally make the R train timing a bit more tolerable. Or maybe even this, try to connect the Broadway line to the Fulton Street line and extend the W train to Euclid Avenue. And have the C train run express to Lefferts Boulevard. We could do that. That's a good idea for the W train. Extend it to Brooklyn somehow. The C train is terrible. Okay. What is this? What the hell is this? Okay? Why is the C train even a thing? Okay? Skip stop service is stupid. Skip stop service is outdated. Why you kept the C train around, okay? I get it, the J train slow, but the C train does nothing but just eat up resources. To top it all, on midday, I believe that the J train has better timing during middays than it does during rush hour, or more especially peak hours. But I mean, what? That makes no sense. Mainly because the C trains around eating up all the resources in the train crew that could have gone to the J train. But you want to make the C train really reliable? Do this. Huh? I have to build an express track on the Jamaica line. Have the C train run Peakway Express and make the J train fully local. Cool. I mean, that's how you make the the C train more reliable. Or maybe even this, use the Diamond J instead, but okay. Now for the Brown M train. I'm gonna say it was bad. Okay, the Brown M train wasn't generally a bad line. It's more of a formless line, okay? It was kind of outdated real fast. I mean, it was felt like a copy of the J train from Merle Avenue. I mean, all the rare shit the man has gone to Midtown. That's where people on Merle Avenue is going. And the South Brooklyn extension during rush hours wasn't that reliable. I mean, look, it was literally empty. I mean, no one was running the M train on the Sea Beach line, okay? No one was running the M train on the West End or Fort Barton line, so I could see why the Brown M train was discontinued. So yeah, the Orange M train does a better job better. So yeah, nothing going in the back. The K train, terrible. I mean, what the problem is that the K train, well, like a mere copy of the C train. Okay, a half-assed copy of the C train. I mean, save you in just if the C train doesn't run to Brooklyn, then it's a K train. I mean, like, what's the difference? You have the K trains on individual route. So I stayed on the terrible tier. That's right. Now I'm doing the fun train line. Let's see. The V train, neutral. Okay, the V was pretty reliable, but it could be better. I mean, like, for example, it thought in more of a purpose, like have it run from Culver run local while the train runs express. That's a good way to utilize the speed train, but again, that's just me, okay? The speed train needed more of a purpose or reason to continue to exist, like, you know. But it wasn't that bad, okay? And the orange Q train again. New, again bad, okay? The orange Q train I get was a temporary sub-around during the whole Manhattan Bridge dilemma, but it caused a bunch of mergers. So just, for stars, like the one at 163rd Street, 64th Street. I don't know. I mean, was it gonna handle like three locals, three expresses, and the Q route was confusing. I mean, the Orange Q was a weekday only route, meaning that the B trains had to go up to 21st Street, Queensbridge, in order to replace it. I mean, that's too confusing. I mean, I believe that it was a good thing to simplify it. That's simplified to the yellow Q train. I mean, the orange Q train was in a bad line, but it was too confusing. Like, seriously. Now then, the 9 train was terrible, okay? Basically, like, basically the same uselessness on the 9 train, but the same uselessness as the C train. The 9 train was even worse. I mean, the 9 train was a failed subway line from day one, okay? The 9 train was, the skip stop services was hated by many 1 train riders. Okay? So the 9 skips, okay? Skip stop services, all it did was cause a bunch of wait times on the 1 train route and eat up away resources. Like, that's unnecessary, okay? And we shouldn't be having skip stop service in a row. And to top it all off, the MTA went against the wishes of the community and implemented the skip stop services. First it was all weekdays, then it became a rush hour route, and eventually it's like got to the point where this ain't working now. Let's just get rid of the damn 9 train entirely. And look, and adios. Never to be seen again. The 1 train's a much better service now, and the C train gotta go too. Now for the shuttles, okay? The Franklin Avenue shuttle, bad. The 42nd Street shuttle, good. The yellow diamond Q, the yellow B, yellow D, as well as the Diamond Rush Hour C train. I say the Diamond Q and yellow B and yellow D trains all neutral and bad. Last but not least, the JFK Express and the Arch. Okay. Now, we're wondering how I feel about the JFK Express, okay? Well, I feel about the JFK Express. Here's how I feel about it. Okay. Yep. Oh no. Oops. Typo. Yeah, that's how I feel about the damn JFK Express. Why? Whose idea was it to create this useless piece of crap? Okay? This train was a failed subway, a waste of money, a waste of time, a waste of resources, a waste of space, a waste of train crew, a waste of imagination, a waste of proposing, a waste of rail fanning, and a waste of phantom, and a waste of waste. Okay? This train was probably the worst subway route ever for operate on the MTA system. Ever, okay? This train has so many problems I could just list it all. I mean, one, it was one, it exists. It exists. Two, it it probably got into the way of 6th Avenue and 8th Avenue service, okay? And the top, not to mention, that it was expensive as hell to get born. You know, like $6.50, and even take you to the damn airport. I mean, and you have to take a bus there that costs like another $50. I believe I was like $20 in the 1980s back then. Like, damn, bro, why so overpriced? The train is literally right there. You could take it there for free. And to top it all off, believe it or not, the JFK Express most attractive riders were a bunch of racists trying to get away from the quote unquote undesirable. Yep, that's right. The JFK Express was just a useless piece of crap, okay? It's garbage. God's gone, okay? The air train, surprisingly, does its job much better. But I believe we should build like a sort of JFK shuttle line or airport shuttle that goes from the lower airport to JFK Airport. It might be useful for business or foreigners. I don't know. So that's my personal opinion. Okay. No, all right. So that's my ranking. Here's hope you enjoy. Bye bye. Oh, yeah. Yes, in PS, the JFK Express, that wasn't the take the train to the plane. Yeah, it's not the take the JFK Express train. It's the JFK mistake train, okay? Because this train was a mistake, okay? Jesus Christ. Okay, once again, I'll say this out loud. The JFK Express was not that, okay? This was the JFK mistake train because it was a mistake. Should have never been a thing to begin with, okay? The JFK Express, I'm glad that garbage is gone, okay? See you, okay, in 1990. You just said that the MTA decided enough was enough. So when someone turns the JFK Express train, went to hell, okay? Bye bye. Well, that's all I got. Thank you for watching. Hope you like it, subscribe, and stand through the closing doors, please.